And this is the intro. And I'm your host, Gus Summers, and we are back. We have Huck Walton in studio. Well, Huck, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
No complaints. How was the drive into the studio today?
Not so bad. I'm a Hollywood native. By native, I mean I've been here for 2 years, which I think is as long as anyone's a native here. So, familiar with the area.
Perfect. Yeah, you know the ins and outs. All right. Well, you know what? Why don't we start with you? Tell me a little bit about yourself. You said you just got here a couple years ago. So, yeah. Where are you from originally?
You know, I have entertainer parents, so all over. It's kind of like being in the military. I left here when I was 6. Kind of grew up all over. I won't waste your time with all the places I've been. Mainly in Florida. My mom's a Broadway actress.
Okay.
A Broadway baby, and my dad's a writer and actor, so I traveled everywhere.
So you have it in the blood.
Yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So was it something from early childhood that you wanted to do? You thought, well, I'm going to become a singer or actor or just in the field?
Well, entertainment was definitely a family business. It's 3 generations deep on both sides of my family.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up doing musical theater, which kind of covers the basis. You know, it's like everything.
That's right.
I was telling you earlier, I did ballet for 15 odd years, and singing classes, acting classes, all that kind of stuff. Performing arts, high school, college for entertainment.
Right. All around threat.
Yeah, I guess so. You haven't seen me do any of it, so you don't know.
That's right.
I could suck.
No, it's perfect. If it's anything like your music, it's great.
Oh,
it's great. So tell us what made you decide to go into music specifically.
Yeah, well, I think everyone needs some kind of rebellion, and I couldn't really get away from entertainment, so I thought, well, no one in my family is actually a musician, so that's kind of what happened. But honestly, my buddies got together, bought me a pawn shop guitar when I was 15.
Nice.
I wrote my first song for some girl I liked, and the rest is history.
Sounds like all us guys who play a little guitar. That's great. Well, let me ask Ann Seidler, right?
Yeah.
And you have a slight accent there. And
I do, yeah.
From Australia?
No, from Denmark.
Denmark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So tell us a little bit about your journey here, how you met with Huck and everything.
Actually, I met through our old drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Christian Hogan, who you had on the show recently, actually.
Okay, you're right. He was on last week with Jamie Meyer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I was in Vegas, and suddenly I got a call from Christian saying, asking me if I wanted to be the keyboard player for this guy he was playing for.
Yes.
And I really wanted to, and then like 30 minutes later, I rode a mechanical bull and I broke my finger. But so it got delayed a little bit. But I finally met with Huck the week after, and it just clicked from the beginning. I've been a part of his bands since.
That's
like
great. I've heard a lot of stories from Vegas, but that's the first mechanical broken finger story I've heard.
Very proud of it.
Kind of stupid, since I'm a piano player.
Of all things to break, right? Broke my finger. Well, that's great. So how long you been here in the States now? You been off and on for a few years, right?
Yeah, I mean, I came 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I just returned a week ago today.
Okay.
I've been home for the last 2 months applying for a new visa.
Oh, okay.
But I finally got it, and I'm so happy.
And now you're happy, and yeah, it is.
Celebratory beer last year.
Oh, very nice. Wow. How was home when you went back there? Was it nice?
Yeah, it was great. It was good to see my family and my friends again.
They miss you, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I hope so. It was great to have some time to be around them, since I'm so far away from them.
Right. So now, Margaret.
Yes.
Margaret. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you represent Huck.
I represent Huck. He's one of the artists I represent proudly. And I represent actors for theatrical commercials, models for print, and music videos, and musicians for music placements and bookings around.
Right, okay.
And I enjoy every bit of it.
Yeah, so you're the person that they would contact in case they want an interview and to book them and everything.
Exactly. I'd be the one that they would contact and set it up for them.
So why don't you tell us the name of your agency?
It's International Models and Talent Agency, but we go by IMTA,
IMTA.
short for International Models.
Oh, very nice.
And not to be confused with International Models and Talent Association. They're a management company, so
okay.
completely different.
Oh, perfect, perfect. And they can find you on the web, I'm sure,
They can
right?
find me on the web. It's under imtaagency.com.
Oh, okay. On Facebook, Twitter, I know.
Facebook, Twitter, it's all there. IMT Agency Biz on Twitter.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And Facebook, just IMT Agency?
Under Facebook would be my name, Margaret Guiraud.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Okay. And so now we all know that. We all can be friends. So we see all our messages. friend. So Huck, now tell us a little more about your music. How you decided on the genre that you are doing now?
Yeah, well, I'm really like music stupid.
Okay.
I mean, I learned theory and
Okay.
I'm like, I guess I'm an actual musician that way.
Right,
but,
right.
I don't know musicians. Like everyone I know, no one seems to know, and I don't know everyone else seems to know. It's really lame conversations with other musicians. Do you know so and so? No. You know, so like I discovered people way later than I should have.
Right,
different
right.
people, but what was really kind of cool about it was. I go to my friends and be like, guys, have you ever heard of this Dave Matthews Band? Or something like this. This is in high school. You know, it's not, you know, this is well into their career. And
Right.
people like that, just random people, and they just look at me funny. But like, it was a real like birthing, you know, experience for me,
Right,
and these like
right.
acoustic genres and stuff. And once upon a time, I thought I had this crazy idea of doing rock and roll with an acoustic guitar. It was this crazy idea I had, and then like. Then I started learning about the Goo Goo Dolls and other people like that. I was like, oh crap, okay.
Then you went to the internet and you saw all the, saw all the
Exactly.
bands.
It's like, oh no. Right.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So that's really the direction you wanted to head to, in an acoustic type of style.
Yeah, it's shifted over time just from what I've gotten into. Just different artists, like maybe now trying to be more educated and who's out there. And,
right.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, I like. I don't really love like drowned out electric sounds. I like to hear really kind of like autistic when it comes to music. I really like just simple like frequency sound and stuff. Like it's really like I'm the kind of guy who'll sit on my floor with, you know, big headphones on and
just really trying to capture.
Yeah, I really like just hearing all the different intricate parts of the arrangement. You know,
right.
Acoustic guitar lets you do that.
Right. So you study theory and such. So you read music and you can appreciate it that way, not just as an art from yourself, but able to read it and discover what the other artists. So who are now? I'm going to test you here again with your artists. Now, who's one of your favorite composers? Not necessarily rock and such. Do you have some classical music that you?
Yeah, I mean, I love some modern composers. I love like Leonard Bernstein, for instance. Big fan.
Right.
Some of the stuff back from my musical theater roots, like Cole Porter, big fan of his. And yeah, I mean, mainly, I love all for some of the basics that you're expected to.
Yeah, sure.
But I really love like modern American composers. So there's a lot of American composers that really.
Now, how about some of these? Now that your genre was expanding as you were learning, some of these rock bands who are really musicians, like Queen, Brian May, a lot of those guys are real musicians. Why am I forgetting his name from the Who? Peter Townsend, who Tommy Rock and Roll Opera. He really wanted to. Do you have some of those that are rock favorites that are musicians, composers that really grab you?
Yeah, I mean, Queen's one of my favorite bands.
Okay, Queen, that's right.
It's so sad to me they never had a chance to write their own. There's a musical based on Queen, but it's sad to me that Freddie didn't get a chance to get himself involved in musicals before he died. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm really glad that I have a strong background in music on a technical level.
Right.
But I love the LA dream. I really appreciate people who just come out here knowing nothing and just work their butts off. I do. I appreciate both those things very much. I think as long as you're working hard, it doesn't really matter too much what your background is.
Right. Now I know you brought some instruments, and you're going to play a little something for us.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome,
sure.
Awesome. Why don't we get into that? Well, tell us a song that you're going to play.
The song is actually a single that is getting finished up being mastered right now. And
thank you for the debut.
Kind of fun to promote that one.
Perfect.
It's called More Than Enough. So yeah.
More Than Enough, please.
All
right.
First to have it on air.
Yeah, that's right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
You can pick it up, right?
Yes, you're
Okay,
perfect. Go
cool.
right ahead. I got you.
She sits across from the man of her dreams, whispers inside her, is he what he seems to be, the thing that she's been missing? She wears her heart on the end of her sleeve, buys into lessons, the men stay and leave, depending if things end in kissing. 'Cause men have put her in her place and made her feel she's just a face. I hope she sees past the guys who can't see past their eyes, 'cause she's so much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than just the easiness to please these eyes. She's so much more than enough. So much more than enough. She walks the road with a man at her side, dips in the shadows the others provide. They brought her where she thought she would be. 'Cause men make assumptions regarding her past, take off as soon as the true light is cast. They greet her, but they can't seem to treat her like she should be. 'Cause she tells fart jokes with the best, but still inside her fragile chest, her heart has a woman's curves and knows what she deserves. 'Cause she's so much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than just some handy candy on these arms. Well, she was not meant to be so kind. Two separate souls inside her mind. Let the dark go and let her head down. It feels in her head to stand down. 'Cause nobody else deserves to know herself as much as her. 'Cause she's so much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than enough. Oh yeah. So much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than just the easiness to please these eyes. She's so much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than enough. So much more than enough.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. And so that's
Whoa.
that was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Wow. So how long did that one take to write?
It's funny. Sometimes the more I care about writing a song, the quicker it usually takes. That took me about an hour to write.
Right.
I was really wanting to write that song.
Right. Gotcha.
It's funny, yeah. Some songs have taken me years because they gone on back and forth, but that one was pretty fast.
That was
so.
Sometimes that's where the great ones come from, aren't they? All right. Hey, Huck, I appreciate you taking the time with us. Yeah, that was fantastic. And thank you, Margaret. I really appreciate you guys coming in. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more.
Awesome.
All right. Well, this is Gus Summers, and you've been listening to The In Show, and we have in-studio guest Huck Walton playing his great music and giving us a little tidbit about himself. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.